Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and this is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and thank you very much once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do this test drive of the Gundam Delta Anse. Let's make sure I've got that name right. I do. Awesome. I'm not familiar with this, so we're going to take a look at the explanation here. Okay, it's a UC Engage model. That explains a lot. It's variant of the transformable prototype known as the Gundam Delta Kai, redesigned by removing its Psychemu-related mechanisms due to operational concerns. Delta Kai was essentially a test unit designed to demonstrate the technology of a new Psychemu device known as Nitro, based on operational data from the Delta Plus. Although the unique transformation mechanism in Wave Rider form remained largely unchanged from the original Delta Plus, Delta Kai featured enhanced output and propulsion systems and was equipped with high-powered weapons reminiscent of 4th-generation mobile suits. Nitro was its most notable feature as it allowed general pilots to operate Psychemu weaponry. However, this was removed due to its inability to be analyzed and detrimental effects on the pilot's personality and physical condition. This unit features a newly equipped large deployable thruster unit with output adjustment capabilities while reusing the existing transformation mechanism. In addition to the highly acclaimed Long Mega Buster, it was equipped with a shield featuring an I-field generator for enhanced defensive capability while in MS form. Okay, the highly acclaimed Long Mega Buster. So yeah, I'm just going to assume that Anaheim Electronics wrote this. But okay, so it is a 600 cost general, usable in ground and space. No compatibility with either, which is relatively common for transformable suits. Melee priority of 2. Let's see, 20,000 hit points, 18 ballistic resistance, 26 beam resistance, 22 melee resistance, 25 range strength, 35 melee strength, 135 movement speed, 215 boost speed, thruster gauge 75, turning speed 72. 16 close range slots, 18 medium range slots, and 10 long range slots. It has, at 590 enhancement points in the hangar, you get 1 point of beam defense. 1180 gets you 1 point of melee. 1770 gets you an extra point of thrusters. 2370 unlocks one each of extra enhancement slots, expansion slots, excuse me, in the 3 locations, close, medium, and long. If you pay DP and engineering kits to break the first limit and get to 4740 points, you get plus 5 beam defense. And if you break the second limit and get it to 7110, you get an extra 5 melee. Okay, so yeah, the stats are more or less geared towards melee. We'll have to see if the weaponry is too. But, alright, so in terms of weaponry, the Long Mega Buster is here. It has 2300 power, 5 ammo, so it's an E-Pack weapon. 400 meter range, that's pretty good. Cooldown time between shots 5 seconds, reload time 15. Does not charge. Ammo based, lacks focus fire, but is capable of staggering with regular attacks. Compatible with the firing boost skill. Alright. Let's see. Beam Saber is a standard Beam Saber. Power of 2250, cooldown time 2.5 seconds. Vulcans do 100 damage per round. 50 ammo. 150 meter range. Reload time 10 seconds. It also has double beam sabers, which 2400 power, cooldown time 2.5 seconds. Okay, it has aerial melee as well, so which can only be used with the double sabers, it appears. There's a rapid fire version of the Long Mega Buster. 700 power per shot, 12 shots per E-Pack, 350 meter range. Cooldown time between bursts 0.8 of a second and 12-second reload time. I'm 100% certain this is burst fire. Return, well, it says rapid, so yes, of course it is, Rob. Good brain. Long Mega Buster retuned for use as a sub-weapon, does not suppress, but is capable of some successive fire. Also compatible with the firing boost skill. Okay, and it has a large shield, 5,500 hit points. Yep, provides high defense and coverage at the cost of mobility, but also has an eye field. All right, so only thing that needs attached to anything is the long Mega Buster, which I'll put down there. That one is just the easiest one for me to always reach, I guess, just because of the angle of my thumb on the controller. But yeah, so oh yeah, before we move on to the skill sets, it does of course transform, and in that mode it has still the shield and also beam cannons, and which yeah, I should do the stats, Rob. Come on. 350 damage per shot, heat range rate 25%, range 350 meters, cooldown time half a second, and this one does charge with an overheat time of 16 seconds. Beams offer temporary rapid fire and focus fire, but lack suppression. Okay, so I have a feeling that, yeah, you're just going to get like a larger like burst of shots if you charge it, because that's the way that description would make sense. The Mega Cannon is charge required. It is in the nose of the Wave Rider mode, apparently. Power 3000, heat rate 100%, range 450 meters, and 20 seconds worth of overheat. And requires focus, but can penetrate MS on hit and offers suppression. So it stuns, and it has piercing. And the shield is still a shield. Alright, so yeah, no need to reorganize anything for that. So see, I noticed that its Wave Rider mode looks very much like the Rigazis back weapon system. That's probably not an accident, but kind of interesting. Okay, in mobile suit mode, it has level 4 shock absorbers, which give you less stress on your legs after jumping, after boosting, and it also recovers 30% faster. It has quick boost, so it can jump 70% faster than it otherwise could, and thruster consumption down 30%. So yeah, it's basically, yeah, generals these days tend to get a version of Assault Booster that does not have any of the jump defense. So that is what this is. Emergency evasion system level 1, so you can dodge, but it will overheat your thrusters. Flight control program level 4, so yeah, uses less boost to boost or jump in midair. And okay, yeah, reduces thruster use by 55% right after midair high-speed movement or actions too. So, all right, interesting. Fall prevention system. Okay, well, here's the other half of Assault Booster, but only at level 1 instead of, whatever level 4 would be. Reduces reaction when hit by a ranged attack while jumping or falling, but will not apply when moving at high speed in midair. Anti-blast stabilizer, so it can be next to things when they explode without getting heavy staggered. Balancer, which will let it cancel from a booster or jump directly into melee. High spec AMBAC level 2, which moving in the same direction at the end of high-speed space movement transitions into cruising movement without decelerating. Also improves turning performance by 3. Okay, yeah, so same as always, if you don't change directions at the end of your boost, you can just go directly into another action, which is very handy. Maneuver armor level 1, so it's harder to stun when it's boosting. Force injector level 2, so you can change directions while boosting relatively efficiently. Melee combo controller 1, so it has 2-hit melee. Aerial melee system level 2, which, yeah, you can use mid-air attacks with the double saber, and when you're in the air and using melee attack, you get 30% damage bonus. Transform. Shield Eye Field reduces shield hit points lost by 70% when shield is hit by a ranged beam attack. It's not bad. Back add-on buffer, so if something hits the backpack, you take 30% less damage. And firing boost. If thruster overheats, using high-speed movement temporarily activates the skill. While activated, the unit cannot transform. However, thruster consumption is nullified, mobility is boosted, and target weapon with cumulative stagger during high-speed movement can be used. During high-speed movement, reload time for target weapon and overheat time are reduced. Performing an emergency evasion or tackle reduces the skill's effect duration. When the effect ends, unit enters an extended overheated state, but this skill can be used again once recovered. So it's basically overboost plus the ability to fire while boosting temporarily. So that is interesting. Oh, one last thing before we go into, the usual tests. Okay, so in Wave Rider mode, it retains dodge roll and anti-blast. It gains shock dampeners, so it is harder to get stunned while in the air. But does not apply to down swings or tackles. Ram attack, so when you're boosting, you do damage to enemies. High boost ram attack, so yeah, it's that one where you get like the special like flare effect on your boost, and then you'll do an extra 1,000 damage and move a tiny bit faster. Maintains the eye field skill on the shield, though that's probably going to fall on the underside of the Wave Rider. Still has the back add-on buffer. Okay, it has a transformation optimizer, so yeah, less thruster use while transformed, and less thruster use when changing back. And transformed reinforcement reduces stagger when hit by consecutive non-suppressive projectiles while transformed. So yeah, it also, in addition to shock dampeners, reducing its ability to get hit with instant stun, transformed reinforcement helps it reduce build stun while in flight. So, all right, we're going to go out into the normal training grounds and see what we can find out. I like the look of it. I tend to like all the transformable suits, especially things, in the extended Zeta family, which I feel like the Delta Gundam is. So, let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, that definitely looks like a slightly fancier version of the Riggs's back weapon system. Alright, so, yep, rifle stuns, hits relatively hard. The rapid version fires about 4 shots in a row, so it gets 3 bursts. Has a little bit of ASL on that, as you can see. And, let's see, the Vulcans. Moderately fast build stun. Not enough to bet my life on it, I think, but not bad. Okay, let's look at some melee patterns here. Right and left are right and left. And up and down. Okay. Oh! That's new. It further expands the melee combo we've been getting on downswings, and it has a 3-hit melee combo for 6270 against a fellow general 100 points below it. Okay, so right and left are still right and left with the double sabers. The neutral is what? Okay, it looks like it's a stab. Let's just move in and look at that. Okay, it's kind of a really quick paired stab. That's interesting. Yeah, so it seems like it's like a very fairly linear thrust attack with both sabers. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Downswing is the wide downswing, but look at the travel. That, of course, is going to help it actually connect with things in the air, which we will test right now. And that is how fast quick boost will get you moving. And okay, yeah, it seems like it actually has a longer range on the ground. Probably because, yeah, just like the angle I was at, I think probably limited my forward momentum. So, no, it does actually just have shorter range in the air, which is kind of weird, but yeah, that's a good wide downswing. It's going to be able to hit things on either side of you very easily, so just watch out when using it around your allies, of course. But yeah, of course, only the double sabers have aerial melee, so let's see what. Okay, let me just, as usual, show off some of the basic skills, and then we will move on to transformed stuff. So, yeah, force injector, fairly. Oh yeah, and we have to try out the ranged booster too. But yeah, force injector, fairly efficient at changing directions while you're boosting. Dodge roll overheats your thrusters. I already showed how fast the quick boost lets you jump. Do it one more time. So yeah, you can boost in the air relatively efficiently. All right, let's try this skill. Okay, you have 30 seconds. That is kind of forever for a skill like this. That's interesting. So yeah, you can't transform, but you can just circle things and shoot them forever with both of your main ranged weapons. Vulcans, of course, can always be used while boosting. That's the words. Thank you, words. Yeah. Okay, now. Yes, and also, unlike overboost, you don't land on your face when you finish using this move. So, yeah, I really like that 3-hit move there. All right, so yeah, I like that. I do want to check before we transform, though. I do want to check out. Oh yeah, I can just dodge roll to get it, or do that. Okay, now dodge roll. Okay, dodging or tackling shaves about 10 seconds off of it. So you do functionally have a double or triple dodge roll depending on when you launch it and how fast you go. So that can be very useful. But yeah, just it really does limit the effective life of the skill, and then you are stuck not boosting at all for a good long while. If you can get one of the skills that increases like attack or armor when you equip movement parts, that or I think that would fall under auxiliary. But yeah, things basically there are upgrades in the enhancement facility that will let you equip, say, thruster cooldown parts that also increase your attack or defense. So if you can roll a good skill for this, that could be really handy. All right, let's look at the weapons. The Mega Buster unchanged. The beam cannon. Okay, yeah, I was right. It just does a burst. That looked like about 2,000 damage. Okay, and we still have to try the other transformed weapon, so we'll try that next. Then we'll look at the counter and probably just take things live and see how I can do. All right, yeah. We'll fire that same beam gun uncharged once to see how it does. Okay, yeah, it seems like it fires twice as much. And the Mega Beam Cannon, well, it was enough to kill, and of course is now overheated. All right, so I'm going to let everything come back up. Yeah, good and boost efficient for a maximum strength jump, too. I'm going to let everything cool down. And then, oh yeah, I'll check out the counter tackle. That'll cool down the thrusters, so. Are you there, Gundam? I think you're about to be. Yep. Reload this. That's ready. All right, and. Oh, I like that. Like, I feel like the Gasa C should get a version of that, since it otherwise cannot use its beam cannons in mobile suit mode. I really feel like it should just be able to go into like kind of a Gerwalk mode to use those. I've said that for years, but it's still true. All right, AI on. Right, and okay, yeah, there's okay. Missed. That's fine. Psychic counters, also fine. So, well, one thing I have noticed before about the psychic counters is that the computer has a harder time landing them on aerial melee. However, I flew directly over its head. Okay, it flies very quickly, too. I was not really noticing that because I was kind of focused on the everything else. Gundam is down there. But yeah, apparently... Yep, got the Gundam. Yeah, this skill lasts a good long time. And yeah, you can just be, you know, scooting along the ground for forever. And doing damage to things. Okay, yeah. So that is a pretty good skill. I like that. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't have enough ammo to stun that Zoc, so... But, okay, 5124 against a support. Again, it's one that's 100 points below this, but I feel like that's pretty good, so... Oh. Oh. Okay, I think I need to get out of this corner just as a thing. Let's finish this Zoc off. Oh, okay, Vulcans it is. Let's see. And from here? Not quite. Yeah, again, the range is kind of variable. But that is another thing. That is one thing, now that I think about it. When you're going through that long overheat, you can use this downswing to travel pretty easily. As you can see. Okay, I'm not sure why that didn't... Oh, maybe the Zoc was... Yeah, the Zoc probably still had its iframes. But yeah. Okay, that worked. Okay. What? Does the last hit on that downswing not have knockdown? Let's see if I can test that accurately. I think that will require turning enemy A off I for a minute. Nope, didn't quite manage it. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a range where I can make this work the way I need to. I just have to figure it out. A little closer than that. Oh, okay. About turning into... That's close again, but not quite. I think this will work though. Yep. Okay, it does knock down, so I'm not quite sure what the deal was. Maybe the iframes were still in effect when I hit, but it almost felt like latency. But if I'm getting latency on single player practice, it's time I packed it in, honestly. But yeah, so but I do like this. Let's see. And yeah, there's the that this time I am for sure in the enhanced ram attack state, but it was not enough of a state. It was not didn't last long enough for me to get over here and hit that Gundam with it. Okay, yeah, just when this this skill is active, things just apparently reload faster. But yeah, as I see it, there's a lot of different options for building this thing, because quick loaders could be handy. Okay, well, that was useful. Okay, that's interesting, too. As you know, usually when you land at counter tackle... Ah, okay, yeah, and the I field just totally totally repelled my the damage to the shield, I'm pretty sure. Okay, they finally got me. But yeah, as you know, counter tackles usually refresh your thruster gauge. However, if you are in the middle of using the ranged booster skill, it doesn't happen. I'm kind of assuming that if you successfully landed a counter tackle and overboost, that wouldn't work either, because that would, you know, cancel the drawback of the skill entirely. But to be honest, I've just never done that before, because I've never tested an overboost suit with you know, the auto tackle from the practice mode. So okay, let's see if I can hit the Zoc here before I run out of boost. Okay, yeah, 3,000. So 2,000 is the default ram attack, and a bonus 1,000 for being being in the high speed boost mode. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of different ways you could build this thing that seem interesting to me. If you could get the right engineering skill, you could build it so that you have, you know, so that quick loaders also increase your attack or defense. You could build it for brain. I'm busy getting punched by Zox, so that will cause the brain to seize up a little bit. Let's see. You want to use the Mega Beam cannon again, so let's try that. If I don't die first, which, you know. Or run out of boost, which I did. Oh well, I'll try it again. But yeah, you could build it for those. You could build it for, you know, for reload speed on the weapons, so that when you're in the ranged booster mode, you have access to as many shots as possible for as long as possible. You could put, since it has so many speed enhancing abilities already, you could put the boost speed overtune skill on it. You could put, you know, the usual speed enhancement parts on it. There's a lot you could do with this, I think, just depending on what it is you want to do and how long you can actually survive doing anything else. Let's try that Mega Beam Cannon one more time. Okay, it also does a respectable amount of build stun to the Zoc, so it's not bad. Yep, 2,000 for a boost when you are not in the fancy mode, and 3,000 when you are. And yeah, as you just saw, you can activate shooting boost in the air. So that's very important, because you can just go directly into it at any time. So your air dash will activate it. And so that means you can just take to the air and do your aerial melee to hit things if you need. So, and I am not going to reach that Gundam before I run out of boost, I don't think. Oh, so I did. 5,100 with the aerial melee bonus. Not bad. So yeah, I like it. It's not, I'd say it's not particularly, like, you know, it doesn't have all the fancy new typey stuff going on, of course, like the Delta Chi does. But it certainly has enough firepower and enough cute tricks that I think you could make really good use of it. One of the things that I think is really notable about it is that there's not a lot of things where you can fire while boosting in any direction. Like the circle strafing I've been doing, basically. You can't do that with most of the firewall boosting skills, because they require you to boost in a straight line before they become active. So the Sinanju's skill, which is similar but not matching to this and is not reusable, does have a similar effect, but it also has the added benefit this does not of ignoring maneuver armor. To be honest, at this point, I still don't think that's enough to limit the Sinanju to a single use of that skill anymore. I think that could be buffed to be reusable, much like the Freedom Gundam's high mat mode apparently has been. But yeah, you can. But yeah, getting in when you can stun somebody, even a Zoc, with boost fire on your way in is pretty valuable. So yeah, I like this. I think it has a lot of potential. Hopefully I'll roll one for myself, but, you know, just leave it up to chance as always. Anyway, that is gonna do it for this Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!